Good day, y'all. Good morning. I'm barely waking up now. And of course, there's a reason why I'm barely waking up. Okay, girl, we had a good night. We did a lot. Okay. And I did not get to bed until 4:30 this morning, but it's okay, honey, because business come before motherfucking pleasure. And I'm so glad today I have an acupuncture appointment. Okay. So that's going to be exciting. But I wanted to jump in here very quickly because, of course, I said, let's get up on this. Let's get about it to tell our people. I want to try to make it a habit of coming on here when I have an open schedule, just to kind of drop information just in case you're interested in booking a reading, casework, a consultation, and you're like, listen, Mystic, I don't know when you're busy. I don't want to, impede on you. I get that a lot of people like, I don't want to impede, blah, say, blah, say, blah. Okay. So I said, let me come on here because today is Tuesday and we still got, some days until this. So I'm currently open with availability Friday. Okay. If you are going to book Friday, this is for readings and or consultations, whether it's an hour reading, 30-minute reading, a quick pool reading. I told y'all can send that over. I need to put that on the blog spot today too. You can send over like $25 and we'll do like a 2-question reading live. I will not say your name. You just ask your question. I come on here, I give you the answer, and I'll call you like, Gemini, Pisces, blue, yellow, whatever I feel like connects to you. And you're going to know it's you. Even if I don't send an email and say, hey, in the video, I called you Pisces, you're going to know it, right? Because we're going to do everything in spirit. But listen, literally, okay, Friday, Thursday as well. Thursday availability for reading is 5 to 7. Um, that is open for readings. And then going into Friday, once again, currently, you could definitely send an email, or I can come back out and say, yeah, we currently only have 1 hour available, whatever, however we're going to do that. Friday, I have open availability currently now as well. And the times for that is between the hours of 8 and 11:30 p.m. Now, if you are somebody that's like, listen, Mystic, I want to do Friday, but, I don't want to do that late, definitely still send me an email and we can discuss that, because I told y'all there's certain times I do readings because of course I do in-person work, I do online work. We're doing the Fanny Luxor event. Friday is actually the last day for the first 30 days, y'all. Could you believe it's already been 30 fucking days? Um, and yeah, so we got a lot. Okay, we're doing a lot. Okay. So like I said, and then of course I'm getting ready for some tea. I'm not gonna tell y'all the tea just yet. Okay. Not yet. I'm gonna tell y'all the tea, but not just yet. So, like I said, definitely Thursday and Friday, if you wanted to book a reading, today is the perfect day to reach out and get that going. Spaces do get taken up very quickly because, like I said, I do online and I do in person. And I told you my in person operation is a little bigger than online. And what I mean by bigger, you know what the fuck it is, girl. Online, people don't show their face. Online, people don't have to show their face. So anybody could do anything, could say anything. All it takes for you to make an account and you can get on there. When it comes to in person, you get to see the person, you get to feel the energy, you get to know what it is, okay? And then also, people are not going to just make shit up because they're going to be like, damn, this bitch possibly know where I live at. Damn, this bitch possibly know my brother, my sister, my auntie, my uncle. So they're going to be very cautious about what they say. On the internet, you have a lot of people that are out here doing businesses to scam people, to just, get up on people. And of course, when you're a threat like them and you come through with authentic energy, they want to stop that, especially when it's a threat to their empire, right? The Ponzi scheme. We talked about this before. Okay, how they all be connected, girl. You be having Lucille over here, and that's what I be thinking about too, very lightly. You be having like Lucille, right? Lucille will have like, she'll barely have come out like 3 years ago, maybe even 2 years ago. Lucille will barely be out for like 2 years. Lucille will only be, getting maybe like, 1,500 views on her videos. Lucille may possibly have like 20,000 followers, right? And then you have Anime. Okay. Anime, she'll have like 75,000 viewers. Mama will be getting like 200,000 views on her video. And mysteriously, certain people don't know who the hell she is. But then people know who the hell Lucille is. And then it'll be like the oddest shit. Like you'll be on the other side of YouTube. And people say, yeah, someone told me that I should work with Lucille because I remind them of her. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, what would be the odds of that? That I'm sitting here watching, like, the only thing y'all got in common is that y'all both are of a particular hue, and y'all both might have the same living situation, single mothers, okay, raising boys. I don't know, but it's kind of fishy that y'all would be connected. People would link y'all together. But there's a lot of people out there that are alike that nobody really brings up, and nobody really say you remind me of this person. So it's like, what type of energy? And then they'll come out and say that themselves. So I'm like, what kind of energy is this? And I know. I know, baby. Okay, I'm very aware of when things are not right. Okay, that's what saved me all these 30 plus years of being caught up in some bullshit. So I'm like, oh, because y'all in the same group. So the same den mother, or the same, what they say, elder mother, the same elder mother who initiated her also reaching out to you, trying to initiate you, girl. And that's what is going on. So it's like, baby, fools, fools, fools. But either way, a threat to the Ponzi scheme. And so they get online, they make fake accounts, fake reviews, post fake reviews. And places like Pissed Off Consumers and all these other places don't make people verify their services. They don't make them send over receipts. What is that website? There was a website I was on, and you can write reviews on business and stuff. And when you write the reviews, it has to be approved. And then literally the people who own it will tell you need to send over proof that you actually purchased things from them, right? Like, or to say this review could be fishy, right? Reviews on this app is based on opinions. It could be fishy because, of course, there's no proof that this is a valid review. So the same thing with that. People have literally made up fake shit online versus in person to try to damper your shit. And of course, fools believe it, and I'm okay with that because, baby, like I said, we don't do pigeon energy. Let's talk about it. We don't do pigeon energy. But either way, so y'all, Thursday, Friday, open availability, send that email over and let's do it. Like I said, we have a lot to do, and reach out to me. Maybe I'll come every 3 days before, I have something open and let y'all know that maybe when it's not available, I'll post it on the community post. That's what we'll do. So, of course, y'all, I want to say this too, and I'm going to go. Okay. I don't know what's going on with people. I don't know if this is, I definitely think this is a sign of spiritual awakening and elevation. And I'm definitely okay with that. What I do not like, and I keep telling y'all this, that age is nothing but a number. And it's very hard for me, and it's just the way I was taught. It's very hard for me to respect a person who is older or treat someone who is older than me with respect, or because they're older than me, I have to respect them or look up to them when the energy is not the same, right? They may feel like because they're older than you, they could disrespect you. They may feel like because they're older than you, that they could look down upon you. And I just don't rock like that, right? I can't get down with that. And that's the same thing with me and with other people. I don't expect you to respect me and to love me and to understand me and to just have that eye to eye moment if I'm doing things that you frown upon, things that may make you feel like you're disrespected, right? And so I always say this, and I feel like when you're older and you're a business person or you're whatever the case, you're experienced, you should get this. Okay. Time is very, 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 very valuable. And I think that time is more valuable than even money because you can get back the money that you lose. You can get back the money that you spend, but you cannot get back the time that you lose. You cannot get back the time that you spend. Okay? Time owes no one. It keeps going. So the idea that I would, or you, because let's make this about you. Let's make this not about me, let's make this about you. The idea that you would take time out of your schedule, regardless of what you got going on, because you don't have to tell me what you got going on, but the idea that you would take time out of your schedule and you would even consider a second with me, the fact that you would consider a millisecond with me, I'm grateful for that. I'm humbled for that experience, especially if I'm seeking you for guidance, especially if I'm seeking you for advice. I'm seeking you for, support, however it is. I'm going to be very respectful to that. Because once again, I'm not going to ask you what you're doing with your time. I'm not going to, that's not my business. I'm just going to love you. I'm just going to say, okay, thank you so much for this, blah, 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 blah. So when it comes down to that, whether I pay money or not, I understand going before connecting with you, that you may have other things to, other obligations to do. So I'm going to be very respectful. And I always tell people this: I like to be treated the way that I treat others. And I also like to treat others the way that I want them to treat me. It's a never ending cycle. So whether I gave you money or it was for free, I'm very thankful and grateful that for the time that I've had with you. I'm very grateful and thankful for the time. And this could be because of losing people that you love. This could be because losing connections with people that you valued connections with. This could be, wanting relationships to be different with people and it really not being different. This could be a lot of that what made me move into that awareness. And you would think that people that are older than you, whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 or 30 years, that they would have the same respect for that, the same logic of that. And especially none of these people have lost people. These people have lost, possibly have the same experiences. It blows my mind when people are disrespectful of time. It blows my mind when people are disrespectful with presence. And I always tell people this because I would expect you to do this for me. What they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And each time after that, it keeps being me, 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 me. I always tell people this, and of course I don't have to, but I'm going to. I categorize people based on how they make me feel. And on top of how you make me feel, I categorize you on the seriousness of our time spent together. If the time that we have together, limited or not, if you don't value that time, and people could tell you this, friendships, I've ended friendships, I've ended business connections. So we're talking about regular supporters because they took time that we had together for granted. When there's a lot of other things that you could be doing, there's a lot of things that I could be doing. And you're just like, bitch, I don't care. We set aside time for meetings. We set aside times for consultation. We set aside time for readings. We set aside times for even what they say, shooting the shit, right? This is time set aside even coming on here, right? For me and you both. That's why I thank those of you who come in here, and especially in here the whole damn live, because I know a lot of people come in and out. It is what it is. But I find it very disrespectful because my time is just as valuable as your time is. Okay, nobody's time is greater than anybody else's time. Okay, nobody's time is more valuable than anybody else's time. Okay, I don't care if you're older, younger. I don't care what you got going on. I don't care what you think about that. Time is very, very important to me, as I said. And everybody who knows me knows this. We talk about this a lot. To think that I have 24 hours in a day, and in one day, I have a lot of things that I have to accomplish or I could be accomplishing. Once again, I would set aside that little bit of time to deal with someone, to help someone. And then you just be disrespectful to that, to feel like, oh, well, I can make the person wait even longer. Oh, well, it's not really important if I respond back. Oh, it's not really important if I connect with this person because I got my own shit over here going on. It's very disgusting to me. It's very disrespectful to me. If it happens one time, I could overlook that, but I'm still going to deal with you a certain way. I'm still going to make sure that there's no priority when it comes to your time, when it comes to your consultation, when it comes to your readings, when it comes to connect with you, because there's a chance that if I set aside time again, whether you paid for it or not, because a lot of people that pay for their time, and there's some people that pay that don't even ask for time. They just send over gifts and donations or whatever to say thank you, and they don't ask for time. And then you have the people that are very flexible. So that means nothing. But if we set aside time for whatever the case it is, and we confirm it, right? That means that I ask, you respond, I say okay, and then you say, all righty, bam, it's all good. That's confirmation for me. Confirmation is not, I ask when you're available, you say Monday at 3 o'clock, and then I say okay, and then you don't respond. That's not confirmation. Confirmation is really double backing, right? You're available? Yes, I am. What time? 3:30. Okay, then you say talk to you then. Whatever. However we do that. That's confirmation. So we confirm an actual time, and for some reason you're not answering phone calls, text messages, emails, or any of that, to me, I just take it as a slap in the face. I take it as a spit in the face. I take it as you don't give a fuck about my time. You don't give a fuck about my energy. And that's how I feel. It's sent right back to you. So, like I said, the first time is overlooked, but there's no priority. Okay. There's no, okay, they send over the money and I know they're going to be ready. No, there's no doing that, honey. I'm going to actually make sure that I really have time to play with time. So that way, if you try to pull that stunt again, then baby, you didn't waste my time. Because while you thought I was sitting around waiting, I was actually doing other things. So that's how we're moving forward. It's very disrespectful, like I said to me, and I don't care how old you are, I don't care how young you are, I don't care where you at, how long we've known each other, I don't care what you think you've contributed to, and I'm just being honest here. Because like I said, I like to be very direct, and I want you to be very direct with me as well. I find it very disrespectful that I put aside fucking time or you put aside fucking time. That'll be like for you too. We book an appointment. You're like, baby, I gotta cook. I don't know what you have to do. And I tell you this time, and you sitting here waiting around. You put your dinner off on hold. You put an appointment off, whatever the case. Like literally, y'all, and I'm not saying this to be funny. I'm just gonna say this to be very, very, like I said, direct and real. I had a appointment yesterday. I never got an email back. I never got a response back. I contacted this person on multiple levels, right? Because we did a lot of stuff yesterday. Multiple ways of contacting. I did not get a response back. I literally had an appointment, y'all. And this place I had an appointment with, if you cancel your appointment the day of, baby, it's $150. Okay. If you cancel the day of, it's $150, period, within 24 hours. Okay. And that's how it was. So I literally had this appointment and I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, well, I said I'll be reaching out around this time. And I assumed this person's going to be like, okay, let's do it. But no, it didn't fucking happen. So I was not able to make my appointment. I lost fucking $150 for that. And I'm not complaining about that because it is what it is. I knew what happened when I came into it. I should have just said altogether, no, 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 no. Spirit was already like, yeah, honey, there's no, because from past experiences, girl, yeah, just keep it cute. They tell you what it is that they need. We call it a day. If they want to arrange, doing work on it, then we go from there. But I literally had to pay $150. Okay. And I'm still going to the appointment today, too. By the way, I'm still going to the appointment. So 150 and the appointment is motherfucking 120. Okay. So you do the math. Okay. And so it is what it is. Like I said, listen, it is what it is, girl. Okay. Consultation is $80. Baby, I lost 150. But I'm just saying, okay, we're going to put this forward. We're going to put this out there. We'll book any type of meeting, any type of seance, soiree, any type of connection, and you just don't respond. You just say, fuck you. Because that's what you just say that. Say, fuck you. That's all you got to say. Respond back, say, fuck you, Mystic. Fuck you, bitch. That's fine. Like I said, we'll keep it moving. and I'll put you in that category. If it happens multiple times, then it would just be, honey, yeah, we won't be connecting like that. And it's so weird because a lot of times spirits show you things about energies because something happened a couple of years ago, and I talked about this. And I really didn't, but I'm gonna talk about it because I tell you this: a lot of you spiritual people are very messy, and not just the spiritual workers, but the spiritual clients. You're very messy, and you're very messy. You're very nasty. Okay. But literally, I got into it with someone a couple of years ago, not the same people that we talk about, but people that we were actually in a group, like we would do hangouts and stuff online. We kind of got into it. And somehow, some way, there was some misunderstanding, and I could see that because I guess if you're experienced with something, let's say if you're what they say stuck in your ways, I guess if you're used to doing something for so many years and you have not got this trauma resolved, that's why it's best to do it as soon as possible. I keep telling y'all this. You have your Saturn returns, and when your Saturn returns come around, it is about the challenges that you have not resolved. And everybody go through this. So it's whether you're a Buddhist, a Jewist, it doesn't matter. Bitch, you're gonna go through that and you have to resolve that shit. Okay, it's your second chance, it's your reset. That's how a lot of people say life is better after 50. Yes, it is if you did what you need to do prior to 50. If you're still stuck in the same cycle, it's not better after 50. It starts going downhill after 50. Can we talk about it? That's common sense. And if you research the Eastern medicines like India and China, you know exactly what it is and how it works. So me and this person got into it, and it was just a snap, snap, get you back type of thing. And I don't do pettiness, y'all. I keep telling y'all that. I tell you what I mean. I mean what I say, and I keep it moving. I don't speak in codes. I don't be indirect. I like I said, because that's how I was raised. Okay, my mama, my grandmama, my aunties, that's how they be. Bitch, they tell you what it is, and bitch, if your feelings is hurt, okay. They might come back and apologize and kiss, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. That's it. They don't say I'm sorry what I said. They oh, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, but you know that auntie loves you and I don't mean you no harm. You know mama love you and I don't mean you no harm. You know Nana love you and she'll mean you no harm. So it is what it is. So we got into it, y'all, and somebody felt a little sensitive, and I know what it was too because it was energy trying to be tugged out. Someone trying to leech off of energy, and it got cut the fuck off because outside sources saw it and they resonated with it. They said, baby, what had happened was mama was trying to feed off that energy and you wasn't allowing her to feed. You were not the fucking queen of the dam. You were not Queen Akasha. You wasn't letting them suck and nestle from you until you fucking die. Because that's how that shit happened. That's like you telling y'all. When these spiritual people come down here and they be offering stuff, you got to be careful because a lot of them are feeding off your energy. And the same thing with you spiritual people out here. Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna offer this. I'm gonna do this and that. You got to be careful. People jump in because they're trying to pull that motherfucking energy, and that shit will take you out. Okay, or at least they would try. So I already didn't like when me and this person got into it. This is a grown ass person that's actually doubled my age. We got into it and they went to someone else, and someone else basically consulted with them about it. Now I didn't know this person consulted with them about it because we were all in this group together. But then that person came and they told me, they're like, I had to do a reevaluation. I had to check myself and I had to check the energy, and this person confirmed. And I was just like, that's a little messy. Right. I was like, oh, that's a little messy. Well, what do you mean? Yeah, that's a little messy because we're two grown ass people. Like I wasn't a teenager when you and I got into it. We were two grown ass people. So regardless of the fact, there should not be another grown ass person giving their opinion on that situation unless we both asked for it. And of course, if you asked for it, the person should have been good and said, hey, I don't want to be messy. I don't want to stir up no drama. But this person came to me and asked me about the opinion about what y'all been through. And I advised them, okay, bitch, let's all be open. Let's have open dialogue. But the fact that she did that and she didn't let me know, the fact that she did that sneakily and act like I didn't know about it, I was like, ooh, I don't like that energy. I don't like that messiness. I don't like that fucked upness. And I can see why there's a lot of people that don't want to fuck with that energy, right? That person. Moving on, something else happened. And instantly I'm like, Spirit, what's going on? And not only did I see names because I'm like, well, this person go by many names, or they went by many names, many aliases, because I was seeing a whole bunch of names, girl. Dorothy, I was seeing Peggy Sue. I was seeing all these names, girl, and it wasn't people they're connected to. It was literally this person having just many aliases. And then I started seeing the face, and the face started becoming clearer and clearer, and I'm like, oh my God. So something happened that was acknowledged, that energy came from that person. And then I was having a conversation with someone outside of the circle, and they were like, there's someone who is much older, and they're trying to be like a den mother, they're trying to be like a mother hen, and blah 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 blah. And I'm thinking, like, I don't know who that could be though, because I know, like, most of my people I deal with are older than me. I don't deal with people younger than me or the same age as me, because we usually don't have nothing in common. They're usually born, they're usually, dry, ain't got shit to talk about, ain't got shit to do, but just be bums or fucking whores or crackheads. So I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking, like, who could this be? Right? Who could this be? And then the person was all like, bam, bam, bam. And y'all, it blew my mind, because they came out and said the name directly. And I'm like, well, how could they know this person? Because they don't know this person like that. How would they know that name? How do they know? They don't know if I talk to that person. Like, they don't know if I connect with that person. So that already kind of was like, girl, two strikes. And Spirit was like, yeah, when you do things with them, it needs to be in this type of setting. Keep it very limited. Keep the connection limited. But look at me. Not misunderstanding, being disobedient. Spirit telling me to do something, I didn't do it, because I'm like, well, you know what, maybe, hey, maybe things have changed. It's been years now, and now I'm seeing that things have not changed. Okay. When they show you their true colors, it is what it is, especially if they over the age of 27. Okay. If you called me a bitch, you called me out my name. Okay, you tried to say, well, girl, that's why you look ugly anyway, and also the good shit. I believe that's how you really feel. We're not changing that. I had a conversation with someone a couple of months ago, a sister of mine, where jokingly, but not jokingly, they were like, this is a joke, but blah, 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 blah. No, that's not a joke. And that's really how you feel. Well, no, it is a joke, because I just want to see what you're going to say. No, that's not a joke, because if I say something about you, I'm not joking. Like, I'm not going to jokingly call you fat, and I don't think you're really fat. Think about that. No one's going to jokingly call you ugly, and they don't think that you're ugly. No one's going to jokingly call you out your name, and they don't think that of you out of your name. That doesn't happen. There's no such thing as a joke when it comes to like that. So that's how you truly feel, and that's okay. And of course, as time went on, we became a little more distance, and we're both okay with that. Because, like I said, I don't joke with stuff like that. If I think you're ugly, I'm not joking about that. I'm not going to joke about that. Okay. If I think you're pretty, I'm not going to joke about that. Okay. It is what it is. So that's it, y'all. I know I get a little long-winded and we start getting a little, sidetracked and shit. But that's it. Just wanted to come through and share that. Very disrespected about that. Gave it some time. It's literally about to be girl, we're almost going into fucking 40 hours. It's not 40 hours. We're probably going into 30 hours, honey. I haven't got no response back, no none of that. So I'm like, girl, so yeah, we know how we're going to be doing, honey, when this person try to interact, girl. We know how we're going to be dealing with that person with energy. And of course, I'm bringing that to y'all to let y'all know that's how we get down. So you want respect. You want, a good energy. Keep it respectful with the time, okay? Keep it respectful. You got things to do. I got things to do. Okay, going into even moving stuff around, which is another thing I won't be doing that neither. If someone has something set up, I'm not moving nothing around to accommodate anybody. Okay, unless you call and say, Mystic, I can't make that time, then I can accommodate. But if you don't call into that, babe, we're not accommodating. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm only available at this time. My next availability is in 2.5 weeks. It is what it is. Hello. It is what it is, baby. That's it. That's it, honey. That's it, girl. That's motherfucking it. Anyway, y'all, I gotta go, y'all. Today, y'all, it says that I have an hour and 20 minutes of breaking my 16-hour fast. Today, y'all, I'm gonna try to go 18 hours, because in the 18-hour mark is when you actually have autophagy. I think it's what it's called, autophagy. Yeah, I think it's called autophagy. Autophagy is when it breaks down and recycle and repair the cells in your body. Okay. So of course you want to stay healthy. That's why fasting is so good. 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, if you can do it. The longest I've done a fast was 11 days, baby. I could have did longer, but baby, that's it is what it is. 11 days of only water. Okay, we did that actually last year. But it's wonderful. It heals you, it resets you, it elevates you, it renews you. So anyway, y'all, that's it for now, girl. Okay, I gotta go, honey. Let's see what we got. If we got anything, come on here, Julie V. How it be? Yes, honey. Ow! Come on in here, Jay. Yes, come on in here, Grand Madam Terrell. Ow! Be right back. Come on in here, Grand Madam. Be right back. Be right back. Yes, honey. I know that's right, honey. Who you doing? Who you doing, Grand Madam? Yes, honey. Let's see, go off. I'm gonna go. Okay. I have my acupuncture appointment, y'all. Can we talk about it for a minute? Can we talk about it, y'all? So let me tell y'all how can we talk about let's talk about it very lightly, whitely, and politely. So I told you I went to the eye doctor appointment. And the eye doctor appointment was I have OIP, intraocular, high intraocular pressure. And of course, y'all, I'm gonna share this with y'all because it's something y'all need to be looking forward to. And how you know you got it, you need to look down at your motherfucking stomach. I've never had a pudgy, dudgy, budgie, but I have had a little tiny bulge. And that is a sign. Let's talk about it. So I got an eye exam last year, and the lady's like, hey, you have, elevated eye pressure. Okay, the eye pressure in the eye should be under 21, and you're at 25. So you need to go get this stuff checked. So I said, okay. So I called around, not knowing how to go about it. And someone said, bitch, go to another eye doctor. Book an eye doctor with Walmart. So I did. The guy was like, yeah, your eye pressure is high. I'm going to look into your eye because we're going to see if the optic nerve is damaged. No, it is not. There's no major damage, no vessels damaged, no none of that. So he was like, I advise you to make an appointment with the ophthalmologist. So I did that with Kaiser Permanente. And when I tell y'all, girl, with Kaiser, girl, you got to pay out of pocket for your expenses for the most part. So these appointments are like $200, $400, $600 and stuff, right? Thank God, other stuff is not expensive. Like my hormone stuff is like $31 and stuff. Thank God for that. But anyway, $31, girl. Okay, girl. Anybody know about Spiro and Estradiol, girl? It's money. Okay, you're going to be paying like $400, $500 a month. Okay. Before insurance, girl, that's what I was paying. So anyway, I went to ophthalmologist. I paid $200, girl. And he's like doing these drops in my eyes, y'all. Like all these drops, checking everything. Cornea. Yeah, you got a thick cornea. High eye pressure. And then daddy's trying to like instill fear in me. You're so young. You're so young. You're so young. Blah, 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 blah. And so he said, we're going to dilate you. So I get dilated. And y'all, I had like a panic attack. When I say when I was there, I was like a little bit okay, sitting in the upstairs. I was like panicking because I was there by myself. I'm assuming that's what it was, and I couldn't see people, but I just feel people. And I was just like, oh my God, girl, this is horrible. But when I got down into the lobby, I felt a little better, maybe because there was sunlight there, it was open. But when I got home, baby, I was like hyperventilating. So y'all, making a long story short, they dilated me and he checked the nerves and all that good stuff. And he said there's no damage to the optic nerve or any of that. And they actually prescribed eye drops to me. And I kind of find this fishy because I asked someone else who allegedly had high ocular pressure and they also checked their eyes and they said their doctor did not prescribe eye drops. And I have been doing my research on that. And a lot of times this is how people go completely blind. Because, and a lot of people have this and you don't even know you have this, by the way, until you lose all of your vision. And I've not lost my vision. I told y'all my vision has actually gotten better. So between the eye doctor exams, I went to 3 eye doctors, y'all, in the past 2 years, 3 different eye doctors, 3 eye exams. My vision has actually gotten better since 2015. Okay. And for them to now, let's say, have high ocular pressure, I'm like, something doesn't sound right. And my vision is not bad. Like I have my peripheral, my vision is not blurry or none of that. I can see with the glass, like see without glasses. Like y'all, people know me. Girl, Julie, like we've driven without me wearing glasses. We've driven in the daytime, we've driven in the nighttime. Girl, long distances so I can see. So I'm like, something is not sounding right. So, like I said, the other person said that their doctor did not prescribe eye drops. But I'm just like, that's weird though, because even if, like, once you have eye ocular pressure, like, there's no, it goes down and it stays down. You have to treat that high ocular pressure for the rest of your life, just like you have to do hypertension. Once you have hypertension, the only way to fully reverse that, like, baby, you have to be plant based fully. You're not eating fat foods. You're not eating burgers and cookies and ho-hos and say that you reversed and cured your diabetes or hypertension. It doesn't work that way. So the same thing with hypertension in the eye. It's called hyperocular pressure. Okay, you cannot cure that. That's lifelong. So from this person, someone that their doctor did not prescribe them eye drops. I'm like, that's scary though, because whether you have optic nerve damage or not, their goal is to preserve your vision. They don't wait until you actually have optic nerve damage to prescribe you eye drops. So I got put on eye drops, which you don't feel nothing or anything, to be honest with y'all. One of them, I have two. One of them, you do feel it. That's why they tell you to take it only at bedtime, or make sure eyes feel very, very heavy. And girl, it is what it is, girl. You go to bed. But girl, when I tell you that I'm like doing my research, y'all, because this really been on my mind. And of course, anxiety having think about it. So I'm just really been on my mind. Like, this doesn't sound right that I have high ocular pressure and I don't have the signs of it, right? I don't have the feelings. And they say it's a silent a vision stiller. So of course I'm looking and it mentioned what could trigger this. Now, mind you, I asked this doctor who's been in this business for like 40 some years, girl. Okay, Dr. Wolf. He said he's been in this for 40 years. He told me that this have nothing to do with diet. This have nothing to do with any of this. This have everything to do with just it can happen. This is what this doctor is telling me. So I'm just really panicking. Like, oh my God. Like, this is the, like, girl, like, my family don't have a history of glaucoma or any type of eye disease. So I'm like, this just doesn't sound right. My grandmother died at 82 years old and she drove all the way up until 82 years old. So I'm like, this doesn't sound right. Grandfather, like, both sides of my family, hell, even going into my dad's side of the family, like, that was even better, girl. Nobody wear glasses like that. Okay. On my mom's side of the family, people that are connected to my mom, there's probably like 5 of us that wear glasses. Okay. But nobody has glaucoma. So I'm like, this doesn't sound right. So I looked this up, y'all, and I'm doing my research and I'm connecting with, because I love Indian medicine, Ayurveda. I love Asian medicine, right? To be exactly, I think it's called TCM, Traditional Chinese Medicine. So I'm doing my research and I came across the Eye Institute, and it said that high ocular pressure is connected to two things. One of them is diabetes, and the other one is high blood pressure. Now, I'm like, well, I don't have high blood pressure. Like, I check my blood pressure regularly. I go get a physical every week on my weight loss journey. They check your blood, they give you injections, they do all that good stuff. So my blood pressure is good. It's never been over 130, and it's only been that when, let's say, I go on there on caffeine and shit. But regularly, my blood pressure is like 120, 121, 125, like that. Okay. So I'm like, so I don't have that. Okay. I don't have that at all. Going into diabetes, okay, 100 is normal. Anything over 100 is bad. I told y'all when I had my fasting glucose levels, it was actually at 100, and that is considered kind of still pre-diabetic. But I did my research even more. Even more. When I say did my research even more, y'all, I went to the library. I've been on Google. I've been typing in websites. I've been connecting with people that actually have been diagnosed with diabetes, and say, well, how was your lifestyle change? How did you get off your insulin? Blah, 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 blah. And literally, I was so surprised, y'all, about something called insulin resistance. And insulin resistance is what happens before you become pre-diabetic. And when it becomes advanced insulin resistance, now you become diabetic. And so I'm looking, and I reached out to this lady and I asked her about hypertension and high eye pressure. And I said, I'm currently on eye drops for high eye pressure. No optic nerve are damaged. No vessels are damaged because they did a very in depth, reading. I'm actually going to do something called an ocular something scan in July where they're going to like do a scan of my whole head and they're going to see the whole eyeball 3D and also the good stuff to see for sure, if it's macular degenerate, whatever else can cause high ocular pressure. And this lady is a doctor, modern medicine and traditional Chinese medicine. And she said, so you have circulatory problems. And circulatory problems, I told y'all, people with O blood type have already circulatory problem issues. But she said, when you are consuming heavier foods, okay, like starches, carbohydrates, and sugars, now you have sluggish blood. And we talked about the doshas. Remember, we talked about the doshas. And now there becomes circulatory problems in the body. So you may not feel circulatory problems in your legs, in your feet, in your backs, in your arms, because I don't have back pain, don't have feet pain, I don't have head pain, I don't have none of that. But she said your eyes also have circulation and something is not circulating. So I want you to come in and I want you to, and I was actually referred to her by another doctor. I want you to come in. We're going to do a consultation. I'm going to check your stats, all this other good stuff. And then we're going to go over traditional Chinese medicines that have been proven to help with that. Y'all know I'm about that because, of course, when I was diagnosed with hypertension at 14 years old, that's when I first got diagnosed with high blood pressure. They were trying to put you on medicine. I think I was on Atenol. And I didn't like the way they made me feel. And then people are like, you can take herbal supplements to manage blood pressure. You don't have to be on meds. And a lot of people don't know that. Same thing with diabetes. You don't have to be on things like metformin and stuff. You have berberine you could take. Once again, I'm not a doctor. I'm telling you, do your research. Okay, going into magnesium, going to potassium, going to serotonin, going to probiotics. All this stuff can help regulate that stuff without being on the meds they give. So I'm doing this research, and that's what it said, that insulin in the body, outside of this lady confirming with me, high levels of insulin in the body can cause high ocular pressure. So thank God I have no damage to my eyes. When I tell you I've already done 5 tests when it comes to eye, y'all, when I tell y'all it literally takes like 3 or 4 hours, I've literally done like 4 or 5 different tests and I've been to 3 different doctors and there's no damage to my retina. There's no damage to my optic nerve. And that's how you lose your vision. But I know for a fact that all of a sudden when I have high insulin levels in my body, because not only was I overweight, I still am overweight, but not extremely overweight. My BMI was actually 37.3 and I didn't look it. We're going back to even last summer, y'all. Go back to the video we did in 666, okay? Or yeah, 665, okay? My BMI was 37.3. I was almost 200. No, I was 290 pounds. So either way, and we're now down to 240 pounds. Well, I gained 4 pounds, but that's okay, girl, because it's my birthday. Anyway, but y'all, high levels of insulin causes headaches, migraines. It causes damages to your eyes. And of course, vitamin B also protects your eyes. And so that's what I think why my optic nerve have not been damaged is because I do take a lot of B supplements and I eat pretty good. So the eating alone is not going to help with the high eye pressure. You still need to get the circulation under control. So of course, that's what we're doing. So I have been, consulting with a Indian specialist, and today we're going to the Chinese specialist, which is also the acupuncturist. And believe it or not, acupuncture maybe can help with anything. So we're going to get into that. And of course, like I said, I have an appointment in 3 weeks. I thought about lightly, politely, because it does take time. It does take about 3 to 4 months, maybe 6 months for herbs and stuff to really kick in, to go in and just, check something with an outside doctor in like 2 or 3 weeks, call another optometrist, maybe Target, book an appointment and see what they say. But I said, no, we're going to give it time to kick in. Okay. We're going to give it time to kick in. Something is definitely working thus far. It's been only 2 weeks. Something is definitely working. I noticed a big difference in the way I feel. And of course, if we're going into the, metaphysical reason behind high eye pressure or even glaucoma, it is you wanting to see things clearer. You're not having connections with people that you're wanting to have connections with, and or you said, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that energy. I don't want to see that person. So, of course, affirmations of saying, I want to see it. Allow me to see it clearly. Allow me to see it and understand it. Give me a perfect, clear picture. Going into affirmations, what's going to help. So that's really it, y'all. I just want to share that with y'all, girl, about traditional medicine, how they want to throw shit at you. And you got to take this, you got to take that. Baby, we're not doing that. Girl, we're not doing that, girl. We're not doing that, Miss Thing. Okay. We're going to get this weight down to where it needs to be at. I've never been that overweight. Okay. When I was a teenager, 265. Okay. But being like 290 shit, girl, oh, girl, hell no. Okay. So we're going to get it on down. We're going to keep it up. And bitch, there we go. Hello? So that's it, y'all. It is what it is, y'all. Okay. So listen, I got to go. Okay. Love and light. Thanks for those who were in here participating. Those of you who are not, bitch, I know y'all multitasking, bitch. Okay. Just sitting here, just looking. Ain't doing a motherfucking thing. Bitch is being a motherfucker. Just watching and then doing. Anyway, bye, y'all. Love and light.